Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this article that just came out from heavy.com, and they are linking the Chicago Bulls to Anthony Davis, and there's also been a rumor that just came out from heavy.com and Bleacher Report and some NBA insiders that the Chicago Bulls reportedly love the idea of trading for Anthony Davis. I'm going to break down that whole rumor and that topic in today's video. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It only takes a second and it helps me out a lot, and some comments and questions below today's video about this rumor and this article I'm about to jump into. And speaking of off-season rumors, also check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how the Chicago Bulls have been working out and interviewing a bunch of NBA draft prospects recently. I was also talking about the rumor that Bleacher Report put out about how Zach's kind of upset with DeMar and how he's not happy being the second scoring option in Chicago. Definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video, because the Chicago Bulls are now being linked to Anthony Davis. And I mean, this rumor has kind of already came out. I mean, I talked about this, I'd say a few weeks back, maybe a month or two back, about how the Bulls have kind of been linked to, I'd say, Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert. But before I jump into today's video in this article, let me know below today's video your whole thoughts on this rumor, if the Chicago Bulls should be interested in trading for Anthony Davis. I know obviously the first thing you think of when you talk about Anthony Davis is obviously his injury issues for these past, I'd say, 1 to 2 to 3 seasons now. But either way, this article did come out from heavy.com, and they started this article off by saying that Chicago Bulls obviously have some pretty big decisions to make this offseason. Not only do they have to worry about re-signing Zach LaVine, obviously with all the offseason rumors coming out about him, you know, the sign and trade rumors, the whole LA Lakers rumors, of course. And also, you know, according to Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report, he did put out an article, and I guess he was listing the dream trade targets for every NBA team. And he did list the dream target for the Chicago Bulls should be Lakers big man Anthony Davis. You know, like I said, obviously Anthony Davis has kind of been injury prone for these past 1 to 2 seasons now. But, you know, he is only 29 years old still. He is in his prime, and I think it's obvious. When healthy, Anthony Davis is probably a top 5 player in the NBA. But that's the only problem. He hasn't really been healthy for these past 2 seasons now. I mean, before that, pretty much his whole career with the Pelicans, he was pretty healthy for the most part. Even his first year with the Lakers, he was pretty healthy. But for these past few seasons for the Lakers, back in 2020, he only played 36 games. And this season, he only played 40 games. But when he was healthy, like I just said, he was dominant. And I mean, at the end of the day, he's still an 8-time All-Star. He still did average 23 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists this past season when he is healthy, of course. He also did shoot about 53% from the field. And other than the whole injury-prone issue for these past 1 to 2 seasons now, I always thought Anthony Davis was also a pretty solid three-point shooter, but I guess I'm wrong. I mean, on his career, he's only a 30% three-point shooter, and for this past season, he shot only 19% from three-point range. I can't believe that. Looking at all these numbers, I'm really shocked to read that and hear that. But either way, you know, this article did continue, and they did say this isn't the first time the Bulls have been connected to Anthony Davis either. And not too long ago, Sean Heavy of heavy.com spoke with an Eastern Conference GM who mentioned Chicago's potential interest in the big man. And Sean did continue, and he spoke to the GM about Anthony Davis's trade value after obviously his injury problems and everything like that. And even though, you know, he hasn't been putting up the best numbers when he has been healthy, and his shooting percentages being kind of all over the place and obviously injuries, Anthony Davis is still viewed as an elite talent, and the Chicago Bulls reportedly would love to get their hands on him. And this article even quoted saying the Bulls would bend over backwards for Anthony Davis. And the GM did continue, and he said, "It's crazy. Look, it is the beauty in the eye of the beholder, but he is an elite talent, and he's only 29 years old. Everyone around the league wants him. Everybody thinks that if they can get their hands on him, they can keep him healthy." Now, the real question is, can you still get that kind of offer the Lakers gave up when they traded for him back in 2019? No, of course not. But a team like Chicago, where he is obviously from, Anthony Davis has said many times he wants to go home and play for Chicago and win a championship in Chicago, they would bend over backwards to get him. So hearing all that information from a GM is definitely interesting. I mean, he is only 29 years old. Throughout his career, he's been pretty healthy besides these past 2 seasons. Everyone still in the NBA, elite, I'd say, views him as an elite talent, and I do. I mean, obviously, he was born and raised in Chicago. I do feel like the Bulls are in kind of win-now mode, but at the same time, the Bulls are in a sticky situation because I know 50% of Bulls fans really want the Bulls to trade for Anthony Davis, or 50% don't. And that's the same with the whole are the Bulls in win-now situation. Obviously, Demar is getting up there in age. Same with Vucevic. The Bulls have a big decision to make on Zach LaVine. But at the same time, this Bulls team still has a lot of young talent on this team, so I wouldn't say they're exactly in win-now mode. I mean, they still got Zach LaVine, obviously, if he re-signs. Lonzo Ball is still only 23, 24 years old. He obviously has some injury issues as well, but if he can ever get healthy, I feel like him and the Zach LaVine backcourt, I really like that potential. You know, the Chicago Bulls still have Patrick Williams. Who knows how good he can get? I mean, Io had an amazing rookie year. Coby White's still very young. This Bulls team definitely has a lot of young potential. But it is going to be interesting to see if the Bulls, I'd say, keep their eyes on Anthony Davis. I mean, I highly doubt the Lakers do trade Anthony Davis. I know this GM was saying that, you know, he's still an elite talent and everything like that, but I don't think the Lakers could get that much for him, especially how injury prone he has been for these 2 past seasons. You know, I'm for trading Anthony Davis. I mean, it's a big risk, but if he can get healthy, I truly believe he could bring a championship to Chicago. But at the same time, I'm fine with just running this core back next year and adding more 3-and-D type players around our core. But no matter what, this offseason is going to be interesting. I mean, the Bulls, like I said, have been linked and connected to Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert. I know Bulls fans really haven't been happy with Vucevic's play and his inconsistencies. You know, trading for Anthony Davis would probably be one of the biggest moves the Bulls would ever make in franchise history. And it doesn't really look like the Lakers will be interested in moving him this offseason. I mean, who truly knows nowadays? Crazier things have happened, but I don't expect the Bulls to really be that interested in him. Obviously, this is all a rumor that just came out from Heavy.com and Bleacher Report. But say he does become available, Heavy.com does expect the Chicago Bulls to come knocking. If they do, I'd say put him on the trade market. I highly doubt that does happen, but if he does, I mean, obviously you have to be interested. Even though his injury issues for these past 2 seasons, when healthy, he's one of the best players in the NBA. No matter what, I don't care the injuries, whatever. When he's healthy, he's that guy. But either way, like I said, I'm definitely open. I'm interested. I'll keep an eye on Anthony Davis. Same with Rudy Gobert. Like I said many times, the Bulls are in a tricky situation. I don't expect any big trades. I've said this in past videos. If any trade does happen in this offseason, I just expect a minor trade, probably involving Coby White. I feel like he's the odd man out. I mean, obviously, actually right now on the roster, he's the only one that guard packs have drafted because Zach LaVine is technically a free agent. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. Definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it. I've been giving a lot of updates on the NBA draft and everything like that. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.